Setting foot on campus for the first time is a culture shock. It's disorientating, it's unfamiliar, it's a new way of life. You could easily stick your fingers in your ears, cover your eyes, and pretend it's not happening. Or you could bulldoze in, determined to make your own way. But what if there's a third way? What if, in the face of your greatest challenge, you could win your greatest victory? Underpinning all the change you're experiencing is one big change. You're going from permanence to transience, from a fixed position to something in motion. It's a bit like stepping from the shore out onto the water. Don't worry, things will establish. You will put down roots and eventually reach dry land. But until then, it can feel like you're a tiny boat on a big sea. It's great when the sun shines, but you're painfully aware that at any moment a storm could come rushing in and you'll be clinging on for dear life. In Luke 8, Jesus says to his disciples, "Come, let us go across to the other side of the lake." It was about more than a change of scenery. He wanted to show them a change in perspective too. As they sailed, a storm came, and in fear for their lives, they woke the sleeping Jesus, who calmly rebuked the storm and turned to the disciples. "Where is your faith?" The story reminds us that even in an uncomfortable, unfamiliar place, Jesus is with you. He is right there in the boat. So as you set off into your first year at university, there are 3 key battlegrounds you will encounter. First, you've got loads of freedom. No one will wake you up if you oversleep. No one will check what time you get in. If you want to get drunk every night, you can. If you want to sleep around, you can. If you want to say yes to every substance that's offered to you, you can. But the question is, who do you want to be? In a season where you have the opportunity to reinvent yourself, to catch whichever wind you like and sail in its direction, don't forget that you have a choice. So don't give in to fear that follows the crowd. Instead, give in to who you follow, the one who makes known the path of life and who fills you with a spirit of love, power, and a sound mind. Choose now who you want to be and give that decision permission to influence your actions, even if it's a challenge, and especially when you make mistakes. Second, you now have access to more resources than you've probably ever experienced before, both in time and in finance. When the student loan hits, you can spend it on whatever you like. And this year, you may well have more flexible, disposable time than at any other period in your life. Money and time aren't good or bad in their own right. They're tools. What matters is what you do with them and how you put them to use. It's an opportunity. Finally, you'll be meeting tons of people for the first time. You have a chance to build new relationships with all kinds of different people. Don't forget that most people probably aren't enjoying Freshers Week quite as much as they might suggest on Instagram. And if you feel like you're missing out, don't worry. You really don't need to have met your best friend before Reading Week. That said, your first term is hard. In a sea of people, university can be a lonely place. Whether or not you instantly click with your hallmates or course mates, friendships take time. Be patient. Hold on to who you've decided to be, and over time, let people see the real you. But don't hold back from putting yourself out there. Spend time in the kitchen, join a society, meet new people after church. It sounds obvious, but it's all too easy to miss. Be ready for change. When the storm hits, cling to the one who commands the wind and the waves. And don't be afraid of the journey, because the person who arrives on the opposite shore is the one who is now ready for what that destination holds. But all the way through, be ready for Jesus' question: where is your faith?